I need another drink. Every weekend, I would go to Ulta. I would set aside $50 to $100 from my paycheck and go to Ulta every weekend to buy something. Never knew what I was gonna buy, or I did know that I wanted to buy an eyeshadow palette and whatnot. Every weekend, I went to Ulta and I used my college paycheck to go get new makeup every weekend. Yeah. Wake up every morning and tell myself, good morning, gorgeous. Sometimes you gotta look in the mirror and say, good morning, gorgeous. No one else can make me feel this way. Good morning, gorgeous. Good morning, gorgeous. What's up, gorgeous? I am coming to you with a drink and a new video. I know I was late. I didn't post on Wednesday. I'm sorry. Time got past me and here we are. But I wanted to do a video on one look at my makeup. If you haven't checked out my YouTube short or my TikTok, go check it out. It's on this look. I recreated a look by Makeup by Deb. So if you want to go check that out, go check it out. I wanted to talk to you about my makeup journey. Back if you watched my first video of me talking about my mom letting me wear makeup back in 10th grade, which I don't know the year. Well, let's say this is going to be me going through the years of me doing my makeup, and this is when I started. So this is 2014 when I started taking pictures of my makeup. I'm just going to flash through these. The first one, eyeliner, mascara. Clearly, you know, back in the day where you cut off half your forehead and you just I'm really about to shame myself in this video, so now I know you see that. Hair stringy, hella mascara on my eyes. And as she lives, child, where was my chapstick? So here's where I got a little confident. I started putting on some eyeliner and I started putting on a little mascara, and I even did a pop of red lip. My mom hated red lip, but I'm like, it's such a staple. But red is tricky because it does make your teeth change colors, and I will say my teeth was looking a little yellow. Now again, this is back in 2014, so if you can't see it, you can also see me putting like a pop of color right here in the inner corner. Like, who do I think I am? And I also did like a brown in the crease. I mean, we've upgraded, but we're trying. I didn't do this makeup, my sister did, but it was hella bronze for somebody like me. And I mean, she's a little bit on the browner skin than I am. I mean, she tried it. And honestly, I won homecoming queen, of course. Who else would win? But that was a really fun time. Makeup still need improvement. Now here we are, still feeling ourselves, right? So now I'm learning how to do some lipstick. I'm learning to do some lip gloss. I got powder foundation on. I'm still doing the wing liner and mascara and eyeliner because, child, I thought I was, couldn't tell me I wasn't Halle Berry. I also did my makeup for my senior pictures, and I remember my mom being like, don't do nothing dramatic. Not no purple, not no smoky eye, not no color. It needs to be very neutral. Your lashes need to be very neutral. And I don't think I actually knew how to put on lashes at the time. I was struggling. If one of my things I struggled with, it was putting on lashes. Like right now, like now as I do it, it's like a puzzle piece, right? You put in the lash like right here, and it's like putting a puzzle piece together. But before, child, one side was up, one side was down, one side was not in the inner corner. It wasn't touching my lash line. Like, it wasn't a puzzle at that time. I was very confused. I could put them on other people better than I could put it on myself. So senior pictures, obviously very natural, didn't have any lashes on, but still very gorgeous. I started to play with shadow and more colored shadow. So you see in this one, you know, back when put a bunch of words on your pictures. You edit them very heavy, all the colors and blah 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 blah. Okay, this was back in 2015. Dang, that's almost 10 years ago. I don't like that. Putting more colors together. So I have purple in the inner corner. I remember going to get this glitter shadow. I think it was from like Five and Below or the dollar store. I don't know, wherever I had a little bit of dollars to go spend, and put it on my lid, thinking I was doing like this kind of like a cut crease, and I was doing like transition colors. I don't know why I did that because it is a transition color, but it was like my transition color. Then I did like a really bold silver eye, and then I was like, okay, smoke it out. So there was liner and everything like that. Not cute, but we were working on it. Makeup journey means it was a journey. I remember always watching the YouTube influencers at the time. I can't even remember their names right now. I would watch them and they would talk about transition colors and lid colors and blending and sparkles. And you know, 2015, 2016, we talk about that makeup, and that makeup is like really heavy on the eyes. That is when I learned how to do makeup. So I was always accentuating the eyes because I loved accentuating my eyes. And I was like, this is perfect. How do I make this color? Or how do I do this color? I just want to say at this point in time, I was headed to college and I look like that. Are you judging me? Remember when I said that we learned transition shades and lid shades and liner? My transition shade was a little darker than my lid shade, which was shimmer. 2016, okay, 2015, 2016, it was shimmer shades all over the lid. And I will say I'm a little stuck. Like, I love my shimmer shades. I love the shimmer, but I think there's a difference in 2016 shimmer than there is now. Now it's a little more like it's shiny, reflecty, and it's minimal than it is packed on. So also, I don't know if you can tell, I also have, okay, inner corner was a big thing, and I still hold true to the inner corner little pop. Okay, don't play with her. She does do the thing. But I had gold in the inner corner because I always felt like you need that inner corner pop. So it was like the highlight right there. Like it was either white or gold, or it was a bright, like iridescent pink. That was my jam. You couldn't play with me. I never forgot to add that. And I also was really into the eyebrow highlight. And I remember when I was doing my mom's makeup, you know, my mom's she was born in the 60s. So her eyebrow highlight is like, she does not like that. And for me, I was like, this is it. This is the new thing. Or highlight, when I would do highlight on my mom, she'd be like, why do you like that shiny stuff on your nose or the stuff on your side of your cheek? Make you look ashy. And I was like, this is the new makeup. Why is she not part of the wave? She wasn't part of the wave, but I mean, it did look ashy, but I was trying. This is a video on Snapchat. I mean, Snapchat is still a good little thing for a lot of people. I don't really use Snapchat like that anymore, but this is when like you posted every bit of a status on Snapchat, and I was like, green eyed girly. This is my first college party, and this is how I showed up. Why didn't anybody tell me how bad I looked? It wasn't really my friends. That's what it was. I didn't have a filter on, but maybe I should have. The liner, I ate the liner down. I ain't gonna hold you. Like, I think I perfected that little, you know, bump right there. But it looks like a... I would go to Five and Below and I would get the roll stick eyeshadow. Do y'all remember when that was the thing? It was like the rolly stick, like how you get perfume, roll-on perfume. It was just like that, but it was for eyeshadow. So I would roll it on and I would dab it with my finger. Girl couldn't tell me nothing. Nothing. Oh, child. I was learning to do more minimal stuff, but still look dramatic. So I was definitely into my very thick wing eyeliner and very thick waterline eyeliner, thick mascara. So my eyes look pretty black, you know. They didn't look also was trying new colors on the lips, and this was also a time and era where dark skinned girls were very prominent in their makeup journeys, right? They were like, there's no makeup for dark skinned girls, they need to include shades and be more inclusive. And I know it didn't really take until like 10 years later that they really, not even 10 years later, but I want to say like at least 5 years later, so that for them to get some inclusive shades. But I remember this time and I kept seeing darker skinned girls than I, where their under concealer, or their concealer would be more yellow and buttery on their skin tone, and it would make them look, oh, gorgeous, like melted chocolate. I always thought it was so beautiful how like darker skinned girls could wear the more yellow concealer, because it always highlighted them so beautifully. And they were always wearing the banana eye powder, and I wanted to wear that banana powder so bad, but because I'm a little bit on the lighter side and my undertone's not necessarily warm like yellow, it's more cool. My perspective of my undertone, it's not so warm that the yellow became a little harsh on me. Oh, I wanted to wear that yellow so bad. But they also, my point to this was that they were also wearing very bright pink, in that Nicki Minaj like pink on the lips, and gorgeous on them, but a little scary on me, because you like the color theory, and there's different colors and hues for different people. So one pink could look different for another girl than it looks on me on a lighter tone or a darker tone. So I was trying to fit these same tones, not understanding that I wasn't going to fit the same thing as them or wear the same shade as them. I might have to go a little lighter to achieve the same look. So that lip was atrocious, and I love that it was like a little shimmer. Man, back in the day, you couldn't tell me nothing about it. But you know what? Nobody ever did either. Kind of skeptical. So here's my fall makeup. This is back in college. You can see my dorm room in the background. I wanted to like I said, I would play makeup because I was bored. I loved doing it. I will say my shadow was very cute. It was just simple, like fall makeup. So it was brown in the crease. It was a lighter on the lid. It was more matte, so it wasn't really shimmery. But it was, fall was always a pop of lip. Like that's all I used to see on YouTube, trying these different shades. It was like black, it was purple, it was brown, it was orange. Like it was in that time that you wore all these different color lipsticks, and there wasn't many different color, like eyeshadow was like basic, but now it wasn't more so eyeshadow anymore. And this is like 2015, 2016. Now it was lips, like your bold lip, that was everything. So I was trying to find like different colors to make me look a little bit more bold. So fall, the lip was very bold, and I remember trying to make a not cut crease. I was trying to do the Cupid's bow on my lip, because that was a huge thing, like highlighting your Cupid's bow or accentuating your Cupid's bow. I also wish that I knew how to do my brows a lot better, but we were trying. Okay. This next photo I'm going to show you, exposing myself. This is my first Halloween party in college, and Halloween, right? So you get dressed up. It's usually sultry. It's usually slutty. And college girls are half naked. I was never half naked, but I did wear me like a little cute little outfit, and I was supposed to be a bunny. And I remember Halloween party, it was in October. I do remember this. And it was when this little space buns on top of your head like this were like really, really cute. And again, back where the bold lip, it was a bold dark lip, and it was a very smoky eye. So I'm trying to do a cut crease here, but I won't say the eyeshadow is bad. If I give myself pointers, I had on lashes. The lashes looked good. I would critique myself on blending a little better, like in the crease, do my brows way better, and fixed lining my lips. But I do think it was very cute. I just, wish like somebody would tell me, put some weave in your hair or brush your edges. Like, but I still was couldn't tell me nothing. This next picture was Thanksgiving. And again, makeup journey. It's great to see how far I come, because I look at myself now and I'm like, oh, your base is flawless, your full face is flawless, I wouldn't say my eyes are super flawless, but I will say it's a step up from what you are seeing. And I did do very well on it. I didn't have all the materials, but that's beside the point. I worked with what I could work with. This look, you can see how bad it was, okay? I didn't necessarily know how to match my shade and foundation, because this was at the time that a lot of black girls couldn't find their shade. They were either 2 shades or there were no shades. I remember going to like Sephora, going to Ulta. This is Thanksgiving, and again, foundation shades did not match you. You had to get 2 or 3, And I remember like when I swatched it, I was like, okay, this one might be too dark, this one might be too light, but I was like not in the budget to buy both because there were so many other things I wanted to buy. You know, like I want to buy concealer, I want to buy more eyeshadow, and I was so heavy into buying like eyeshadow palettes and brushes at the time. Clearly you can see my liner doesn't look good. My lashes look flat. Um, Foundation is way too light. I don't have any setting powder. My concealer almost has a pale pink undertone. My foundation's not up on my forehead. Now we've learned no foundation on forehead and nose. I mean, because why? Lip was not lined correctly. But she was cute. She was cute. She thought she was doing it that day, and I did. Was it really that bad? I mean, I remember my family always saying, hey, can you do my eyes? Or when we come down, can you do my eyes? I would always have my eyeshadow. Like, we would run upstairs to my bathroom, and I would do something quick, and then everybody like, oh my gosh. My cousins, they would go down, their parents were like, that's my daughter. She wearing that makeup. Oh my goodness, you did so good. Look at their eyes. Look at this, look at that.
So, was it me or was everybody hyping my head up?
Because everybody told me I was doing good. And I believed them. I looked in the mirror and I thought I looked good, but hey, now when you look back at the photos, 2000s makeup scary. My birthday of 2016, I was out of town and I started to realize how to do more minimal makeup. Like I didn't always have to be like this full beat. And I got the Naked 3 palette. I love the Naked palettes. I would get every single one of them. Urban Decay was like the one brand I was so fixated on. And I got the Naked 1, I got the Naked 2, and I got the Naked 3, and I was just like, Naked 4, like, where is it? I remember they got the Heat palette, and now I see that they're recycling their palettes and making the, you know, they're keeping those in rotation, which I think they're good, like, staple palettes. But I remember, like, making myself minimal and, like, again, matching the lip with the eyeshadow. So you kind of had, like, this monochrome look, and it was a little bit more effortless. Still keeping the lash, or the mascara, and the eyeliner in the waterline, and then I would do a very mauve pink because I realized the mauve pink made my eyes look so much like they made my eyes pop, and I loved how my eyes popped and there was a pink contrast to it, and it always made the hazel look so much prettier. So this is around my birthday, so again, had to look really pretty, so I took my time on my makeup. Also, this is time where the crochet twists were like a thing, and I wasn't rocking it. But I think this one was minimally cute. You know, I tried blush. Blush was always a headache for me back then because, like, either I picked the shade that was too bright or it was too red. And then either you look like a clown or you look very flush. And it was all in the wrong placement. So then that was another thing. Now we've learned, you know, blush goes the high points of your cheeks, not on the apples of your cheeks, because it gives a different illusion. And we're so, now, like, we're so into, like, that face. Like, we're so into a snatched face. Back in 2016, you weren't really looked at lifted eyes, but you were just like concealing the eyebrows and doing heavy eyeshadow and bold lip. Like, you were experimenting with all these just crazy looks and very bold looks. It was always bold glamour in 2016, and now it's very minimal. It's very base oriented. It's very foundation and concealer. It's less on the eyes, less on the lips. We're more nude lip right now. We're more into minimal eyeshadow, just staple. We're very into lashes right now. I will say, like, lashes make the staple look when your base is very pretty, and we're into the snatched high points, so everything's going up now than just place where we think it was supposed to go for our face shape. Here is me also, again, playing in makeup, being bored. If I was bored in the summertime, which most of the time I was playing in makeup. So I tried to do this very brown, smoky eye with a liner, and I had a brown to match the lip. Again, that was the thing. So I had, I think it was like a NYX suede. It was the time where matte lipstick, liquid lipstick was huge. When they first started coming out with it. In my eyes, I first started coming out with it. Like, every YouTuber I watched was just like, matte liquid lipstick. And so I went out and bought like a couple of shades, and so I had a brown. So I made like a brown, I want to say smoky eye, did a wing liner, and this one wasn't bad. I was actually proud of this look. It did turn out very cute, but again, there is a Snapchat filter on me, so we're back in college, you know, and wing liner, still doing the pop of color on the eyes, still mascara, liner, eyebrows looking 10 times better, I will say that. So here's one of my first probates as a AKA, and so it was like imperative that my makeup looked really good. Like took my time on my brows, like you can see those looked a lot better, had more of that square shaped, and the liner was more perfect. Still had that pop of color in the inner eye though. No lashes that I can see. Okay, here's the Halloween party that I was talking about. Halloween party that was like this little bunny. I will say the makeup's very similar, but I do remember getting this Urban Decay lipstick, and it was like a red black, if that makes sense. Like it was vampire-y. It was around Halloween. This is my second Halloween party, so I still did like a black smoky eye because Halloween smoky eye, black smoky eye is kind of like the theme. You do this like dark vampire-y look, and I remember getting this one from Urban Decay. If I remember the shade, I'll put it in here. And it was on my lips, and I had a very dark smoky eye, but I remember trying to do like the wing on top. Do you remember when you did the shadow and you kind of outlined it with the black to make like the outlined wing to your shadow, so it gave a very dramatic look? Yeah, that was 2016 was a time for me, okay? Because I was just trying a bunch of makeup things. I was always watching YouTube. This look in particular, I remember I used to watch Alyssa Ashley. I hope that's her name. But you know what I'm talking about. Alyssa with the very, very pretty hazel eyes, and her twin sister, very, very pretty, obviously identical, Arnell. So I used to watch her religiously because she had the same color eyes as me, and she had hooded eyes, so her eye shadow techniques were different than mine. But I mean, to me, she was closer to my skin tone, and she had the colored eyes, so I would follow her kind of like more closely because if it looked good on her, I feel like it would look good on me. That was my theory. I remember her saying like to cut the lashes in half and go underneath your lash to give yourself more like, now it's called the cat eye look. Like now we're doing cat eyes where it's half a lash or it's small lashes in the front and they get very dramatic in the end, kind of giving that cat eye illusion. Yeah, so I was doing that back in 2016. I was cutting my lashes and putting them underneath. And I thought I was the shit. I remember because I was like, oh, I had trouble putting on lashes. I had trouble putting on strips that are looking funny, but if I put them underneath my lash, and now we have these lash bundles where now we're doing our own DIY individual lashes, kind of like lash extensions, and we're already putting them underneath the lash, but back in 2016, we were doing that too. So I remember cutting the lash and putting it underneath, and I just thought it was such a better technique, and I would try it on like different people, or I tried it on myself a bunch of times because I was like, yes, this is how you're supposed to do it. It makes more sense. I will say I thought this look was so cute. I took my braids out. I had probably some knotless braids and took them down so my hair was very curly and it was afro-y and it was so cute. And I was like, yeah, it's time to take some pictures. So I did a quick little liner, quick eyeliner, little shadow, little inner corner, and then I put on these cat lashes to see, and I was like, ooh, yes. Even wore it to a party. The whole afro outfit was trash. Okay, don't come for me for those. We're not talking about outfits. Okay, nobody said I had style. I just said I could do makeup. Funny story. My brother, my little brother, he knew I was good at makeup, right? Or what we thought was good at makeup. And he like, I was known for doing something with my makeup. And he had a class project, and it was supposed to, I don't know what this class project is to this day. I think it was like colors or something beautiful. I don't know. But we talk about it to this day. And I still have the picture. And he asked me like, hey, can you do a makeup look with a bunch of colors on your eyes for a class project? And I was like, yeah, got you. Period. I'm about to eat this up. Ate what? Because I didn't eat it down. I don't even want to talk about it. I was so focused on getting the color of my eye that I forgot to make everything look good and seamless. But at the time, we thought it was. And he was like, we thought it was gorgeous. Paul boy used it for his project. My teacher probably looked at his teacher, probably looked at it like, what the? I think I had to learn blending skills. And I think I still have to learn blending skills. Like, I'm not going to say I'm perfect right now because the journey is still journeying. But I will say we've gotten further. I don't exactly know what I was doing here, but I do think I was trying to do like the glitter cut crease where I saw a lot of girls doing the glitter in like half their eye, then the rest was smoky and there's a transition color. I really can't speak on this. I actually don't remember doing this one, but we can say it was terrible. Absolutely atrocious. And clearly you can see that I just was playing around with some makeup because the brows aren't done, the faces are done. I think I got a little pimple on the side of my face. But we start getting better, okay? Here's me on the way. I think it was like a family reunion. I do realize there's a Snapchat filter on my on my face, but it still looks better. And here's another college party. Still the inner corner eye pop. Not giving it up. Still do it to this day. Brows with the concealer. But it still looked better. There's a photo shoot for my sorority, and I had to do my own makeup. So my neutral was always a brown, or almost was like a reddish brown in the crease, and then a light shimmery gold or nude in the lid. Always liner. I know I have liner on right now, but I have since, I don't know when, stopped doing liner so much because like maybe I just wore myself out with liner. It was one of those things that I always try to perfect. Like I always was trying to perfect liner. I was trying to perfect putting on lashes and all that stuff. Remember for college, I was getting ready for like a tea party. So if you're AKA or if you're in a sorority, if you're not aware that we AKAs usually do like a tea party, things like that. It's like a fundraiser or an auction type of thing. Very fun, very cute, very classy. I remember getting ready for this tea party and I was so geeked on doing my makeup. And usually when I do my makeup really, really, really well, I'm usually doing like an orange, gold, yellow type of look where it just looks blended into my skin and it's very pretty, it's effortless. But I will say it looks really good here, but I can tell my lashes weren't doing me that day. And I also, it looked really blended. I will say it looked really blended. I just needed to blend out here a little more. The lashes were not on my face. I was so hell bent on taking them pictures. And again, the nudes, the smoky eye. I was starting to learn that the smoky eye wasn't just on top, the smoky eye was on the bottom. So you needed to smoke out the bottom or at least match the tone with your bottom shade. To match your top and bottom shade the same. So I was always dragging like the brown or whatever. Clearly didn't match all the way, and I sometimes still struggle with it because I don't take my time with it. Like it's one of those lash finishing touches that is just like hurry up. Brows look good though. Or look at that, and it's far away, just taking my hair down, college, doing my makeup, and I also wanted to show you how much makeup I had. If you look at this picture, you'll see like the bathroom counter full of my makeup bag and stuff like that. It may not look like a lot to you, but again, at Ulta every weekend. So if I didn't have the shadow, or if I didn't have this weekend, by next weekend I have it. My roommate at the time, she had a lingerie party. It was a girls' lingerie party for her birthday. And I remember inviting my sisters to come down. I did my makeup and then I did one of my sisters' makeup. And when I say we're learning, I do mean slowly because this is still 2018, but this was St. Patty's Day. For whatever reason, I decided to do this like exaggerated pinky brown smoky eye with a lash. But the problem was the face. The problem was the wig. So just like as I started to do my makeup, my cousin, she started to learn how to do hair and she learned how to make wigs. And you know, it's right that time where you start to figure out all the things that you pay for, you do for yourself. So I had to make me a wig. We didn't know it looked like that then. We didn't know. We thought she did the thing.
She made a wig.
I'm just gonna let it play. Yeah. Yeah. But I wore that wig everywhere. I supported my girl and she supported me. So she did my hair, I did her makeup. We're everywhere. Here it is again. Okay. Makeup. It was more of a neutral smoky eye. Again, blending had a lot of work, but the wig was worse everywhere. So next day at the party, here it is again. And I remember getting these lashes. These lashes were like really, really thick. They were very dense, but they looked beautiful in photos, at least the ones I took. But if you took them far away, they didn't look that good. Next part of the journey, I was learning how to do more of my face because I was so focused on doing my eyes that I didn't necessarily focus on the techniques of doing like a good base. Like my base was just MAC NC45 powder foundation, brows, a little concealer if I needed it, and highlight, little blush if I wanted it. If I was going crazy, I would do blush. If I was really trying to do something and had time, I would do contour. But contour was always scary to me because I couldn't control the dark shade and it'd either make me look really muddy or whatnot. So that was my staple face. Then I started trying to get liquid foundation, but the problem with like liquid foundation for me is when I put it on, it always made me feel cakey. Like it never sat on my face right. Maybe I put too much product, I didn't blend it out right, I didn't have the right setting stuff, but I would like go to MAC, I would get their liquid foundation, and then I would have the Studio Fix foundation, which I still use to this day, but I would get there and I would, pat it on your face, but it just always felt like it was sitting in my face weird. Like it never looked natural. So I always felt like I had to stick with powder. Like liquid just didn't sit right on me. And then I would just listen to girls talk about, if you can't use liquid, then it's because of this, because of that. Primers. And, back then I wasn't really big on primers, just like most people weren't, because what is a primer? What does it do? Then we learned it helps your makeup sit on something and not sit in your skin. And that was probably helping a lot. So this is my base. When I started learning to do something more, yes, there is a Snapchat filter on it, but the base is still like, you see the highlight? The highlight is saying hello. But it's like not overbearing. It's not the ashiness that my mom was talking about. But I was playing in makeup this day and I was going to a party. And when I went to this party, I bought, I think it was a drag queen's makeup palette, eyeshadow palette. And I just thought it was so beautiful. I used to see it like all over my Instagram and things like that. So I went and got it. It was a bunch of beautiful shades and I wanted to recreate the look that I saw him make. And it wasn't bad. It was not bad. If you go back to the look I was telling you about my brother asking me to do something for school versus this one using more colors, I will say it transitioned a little bit better, but we still have work. Like this still could use work, but it flows. Who can tell me nothing? I think I made a post about this, like love makeup, love playing in makeup and things like that. Still with the love putting blue in my waterline because it made my eyes pop so pretty, and it was just like a different color. Like it was that pop of color. It was either blue here when you started doing the waterline colors or the under eye colors, it was blue, or it was purple. And those two colors looked really, really good. Purple was my favorite underneath because it made green like really pop, which I always wanted to highlight the green in my eyes. The yellow with the outfit and then making it like more colorful. Here's a photo of me doing my mom's makeup, and this is where I said like makeup is different. So if you watch my welcome video, I was saying like makeup is different on me than it is on the next girl, or it could look different on me than my mom. You could put the same lashes on, do the same look, and it looks completely different. So here's a video of me and my mom. Here's a photo of me and my mom when I did her makeup. We were going to a family member's wedding. And she's like, oh, do my eyes. Like, can you do my eyes today? So like whenever we wanted to get real dressed up, she always wanted me to do her eyeshadow, or a family member wanted me to do their eyeshadow. And this is what it looked like. The same for my mom, but her eye shape is a little different from mine. So like learning the technique of doing that was also different. Like I was like, Mom, look up so I can see where your crease is. But it's always still different when her feeling herself. She liked it. AKA conference. It was AKA conference. It was back in Texas. And I did, this was so pretty. And I believe this was still the Naked palette. The Naked palette. I want to say this was the Jaclyn Hill palette. Maybe. If it came out in 2018. I can't remember what palette it is, but it was like, I would do a pink and then a lighter pink on the inner, a pink on the crease and a lighter pink in the lid, wing and lashes, a very minimal wing. So in this hairstyle back when it was new and like I think maybe I saw it one time on a social media page. So nobody was rocking this hairstyle, and I was in Texas and everybody's like, where'd you get your hair done? Who did your hair? How'd they do it like that? Like this was My makeup was popping, my outfit was popping, the hair was popping. It was my 21st birthday. I just did my makeup really pretty on my birthday. Again, my makeup was always yellows, oranges, golds. That always seemed to look the prettiest on me. Again, it always looked effortlessly blended. Or maybe I just took my time more, but on my 21st birthday, it looked really, really pretty. Chat filter, but you can see on the up close, I did the shimmer well. And this was a time where people were like, how to get that foil metallic look on your lid without buying foil metallic shadow was like to wet your brush with either water or setting spray, and you would dip it into the, or spray it on the brush, and then you would rub it on the shadow, and as you put it on, it made the shimmer look more foily. That was like a staple technique for me because I always thought it was very pretty. College party, because that's when we got dressed up. It was a boat party. Now, kind of looked scary and pale, but it probably was me trying to do liquid foundation that I looked very pale. But I'll say this one wasn't bad. This one wasn't bad. And this was 2018. So this one, I was taking my time. I did the under eye nicely. I had the sharp wing parts. I probably used like tape. Y'all remember when we used tape? I think people still use tape. I just don't use tape like that anymore. First time I ever went to a club. This makeup journey is long. This is the first time I went to a club, and I remember the City Girls was playing. It was in Ohio. I was wearing this little itty bitty dress, but I was like, my makeup gotta be popping. I don't say it looked the best, but at the time, still can tell me nothing. Y'all remember when I said I loved purple in my under eye? Proof. I loved the purple underneath. It just gave it that little pop of color that you needed on a nude look when you were looking kind of like basic in the outfit. I had the pop of some type of silver. My first attempt at that black smoky eye that you see everybody doing is like a staple. I thought I killed it because it was the first smoky eye. I had a photo shoot. Like I was taking hella pictures back and forth, back and forth, back and forth because this was so cute to me. Now I can see that it's not. And I just don't have any words for it, but I can say this was a step up in the smoky eye department for me. Getting into a different smoky eye, and this one was so cute. I remember it. It's from my uncle's birthday party. I did like this gray metallic on the lid and like a very flesh tone brown on the crease. Gorgeous. More minimal makeup. This is 2020. I was repping my friend's makeup brand when she started making gloss, and this look was very pretty. And it's also summer, so I had like a summer tan. I had a shimmer and a brown and lashes, so this was getting more into the minimal look where your eyes aren't so bold, but it's still a staple. Like you still accentuated them in a way, or they looked flirty. And I remember trying on her gloss and doing like a lipstick. This one was fun. The evolution. So from there, I think I started doing more of those looks. Like I started doing more just lashes, a little bit of shadow, nothing crazy, just like skin tone and cute. I started doing like more minimal looks. I was just more into face looking really pretty and maybe a bold lip. It's actually on my TikTok page. This was 2021, and purple was my favorite smoky eye color, as you can see. But it was very cute trying to learn concealer. The concealer, this is where I said it wasn't my shade, or I didn't know how to blend, or I didn't own my shade. Or you remember when everybody talked about flashback? This one had flashback. But it just, I thought I looked gorgeous. And maybe I did in low light. But baby, as soon as I flash it. But you know what? Well, also, I was in Mexico. And so, most likely, got a huge tan. And my makeup just didn't fit me anymore. That's kind of what it was. But we ball. Now we're into clean girl makeup, no foundation makeup, all those things. Doing more minimal stuff. Also was just taking a break from makeup in a way because I had to focus on like going to school, getting a job, makeup looking a lot better, colors looking a lot better, placement looking a lot better, blending. Sometimes I do still have issues with flashback, and that's just the concealer and the powders and all that. So sometimes I do still have issues with that, but it is looking a lot better. This was a gala me and my fiance went to for my sorority, and makeup was eating. He was eating. I hope you guys enjoyed looking at honestly embarrassing photos of myself that I'm actually putting on the internet. But these photos of my journey of where I started, how I grew, and still growing, not perfect, but I'm embracing the journey. It's been fun. I hope when you guys look back at your photos, you don't delete them and you just kind of laugh at them. And one day maybe you'll share them and show your kids. But makeup is a journey. So if you ever think like I suck at it, I'm not gonna do it, I just don't like makeup because I can't do it. Because there are girls who are like, oh, I don't want to do makeup. I don't like makeup, and it's because they either can't do it or they can't do it, because who as a girl doesn't love makeup, or maybe their skin doesn't like it. But even I see a lot of acne prone girlies wearing makeup. But what I will say is, don't give up on yourself. Trust the process. Makeup is a trust the process. My flashback look better. I mean, you're looking at me here and I have a light flashing on me. So if it doesn't look crazy and it still looks natural, you know, I'm doing something better. So slowly but surely, I'm working on it. Slowly but surely, I'm trying to push myself to do better, push myself to do better on other people. Makeup is fun. I will say sometimes it is a very relaxing thing for me just to try and be experimental. It passes time when you're bored. Don't give up on yourself. Look at back on your makeup journey and say, okay, I used to do this, but I don't do this anymore. But I hope you guys enjoyed my journey. I hope you laughed a little bit. I hope you screenshotted some and I don't know, kept it in your back pocket. Post it for my birthday, whatever. It's July 18th. Um, this year I'm gonna be old, but you can still post those pictures and uh get me a gift. Anyway, hope you liked it. Bye.